So it's really important to start incorporating strength training as we hit midlife. As our estrogen declines, it has a massive impact on our bone health and on our muscle health. So it's really, really important that any exercise you're doing enables you to maintain that or build it and stay strong and mobile well into later life. I'm going to be showing you exercises so that you can stay mobile and stronger for longer. One of the most important things to do before you start any exercise routine is to incorporate your warm-up. We want to try and avoid any injury, especially at this life stage. One of the most important moves that we use every single day, which is the squat. We use it to get in and out of the car. We use it to get up and down from the sofa. We'll use it to get on and off the loo. So we want to remain independent for as long as possible, and the squat is your number one exercise. We're going to stand here with our feet hip width apart. Having your feet nice and grounded into your mat, you're going to put your weight back through your heels and drive your hips back and keeping your chest high and looking ahead. Just dip down nice and slowly. Don't ping down too quickly and then come up and go a little bit deeper each time. Now, do know that some people have issues with their knees. If that's you, feel free to grab a chair and sit in and out of that chair until you feel strong enough to be able to support your own body weight. There is a starting point for everyone. So coming down and coming up. Starting with body weight is a really, really good place. And once you feel really confident in that move, you can begin to add your weights. So one of the other things I hear from a lot of women as they experience menopause is the joint aches and pains, particularly in the shoulder. So it's really important that we keep that movement going. Motion is lotion. So how do we combat those niggles, especially in our shoulders? Well, an overhead press is a really, really good exercise. That's taking our arms up and down and just mobilizing through those joints. Now, you might be wondering how you can incorporate that at home. Go into your trusty kitchen cupboard and pick yourself up a couple of tin cans. It's a really good way to start. Or if you haven't got tin cans, you could use water bottles, anything that adds a little bit of resistance, but that you can hold onto and grip with. Squeezing in your core, driving those heels down, bringing your arms up and just checking right and left. You can see your elbows in the peripheral vision. You're going to drive those cans overhead and then come back down and keeping it slow and steady. And as you're driving up, squeeze your core, squeeze your pelvic floor, and squeeze your glutes. That's going to protect your lower back. And once those cans become a little bit easy, think about adding weights so that you can truly build muscle for that strong body and enable yourself to be able to lift overhead for as long as possible. So I'm going to show you how to do a reverse lunge, which is going to be really, really important in making sure that you stay nice and mobile for longer. So coming here, you're going to take your left foot forward, take a lovely step back with that right foot, driving that knee down to the floor and almost kissing the floor with your knee. Step back up, driving through that front foot through the heel. Switch that out, take a step back. Now, I know that many people often feel they're slightly imbalanced in this point, so really engage that core to help you drive those legs back. So really connecting that mind and body. So driving that back and stepping forward. We might be spending a lot of the time at our desks looking down, looking at our phones, scrolling social media, and that might lead to us just feeling a little bit tension through our shoulders and through our neck. So a really, really good exercise to relieve that and build strength so that we can stand nice and tall is your bent over row. We're going to be using that core because that's going to protect our lower back. And again, it's another really good exercise for that shoulder mobility. So standing here, again, grounding those feet, solid foundation, bending those knees, coming closer to the floor, taking your arms down to the side. Roll those shoulders back. We really want to try and maintain a nice neutral spine. And then gently squeeze those elbows up to the side, squeezing the shoulder blades together and dropping them down. And as you squeeze up, squeeze your pelvic floor, squeeze your belly button into your spine so that your lower back is protected. This is going to help with any of those aches that you get from sitting at your desk for a while. And again, if you don't have weights, you can use water bottles, you can use baked bean cans, you can use anything at home that allows you to have that grip and add a little bit of resistance. So one of the biggest obstacles I hear from so many women is the availability of time. And often we feel if we don't do something on that day, we self-sabotage for the rest of the day. But it's really important, however you can get those little nuggets of movement in to try and fit them into your day. That might be turning on the kettle and doing some squats, or jumping up from your desk every hour and doing some shoulder rolls, getting off the tube at a stop early and getting in some movement and some walking and some steps. Those are all really good ways of getting in those little bits of movement that can really go quite a long way. You can see how important it is to just move your body and to not be afraid of movement, and that gradually over time you can implement using weights. I would love for you to think that this is achievable, that this is sustainable, and the way you'll do that is by starting slowly, but you just absolutely have to start.